All right. Welcome to 10-minute book club. Starting our timer. We are on page 43. Number 3. Move beyond your limiting beliefs. I love the old comic strip Shoe by Jeff McNelly. In one of my favorites, Shoe is pitching in a baseball game. In a conference on the mound, his catcher says, "You've got to have faith in your curveball." It's easy for him to say, grumbles Shoe. When it comes to believing in myself, I'm an agnostic. Unfortunately, that's the way a lot of people think about themselves. They don't believe that they can accomplish great things. But the greatest limitations people experience on their lives are usually the ones they impose upon themselves. As industrialist Charles Schwab said, when a man has put a limit on what he will do, he has put a limit on what he can do. That was true for Janetta McSwain. As soon as she changed her self-limiting thinking, she was able to change her life. Author Jack Canfield offers a solution to self-limiting thinking. In his book, The Success Principles, he recommends the following 4 steps to transform limiting beliefs into empowering beliefs. Identify a limiting belief that you want to change. Determine how the belief limits you. Decide how you want to be, act, or feel. Create a turnaround statement that affirms or gives you permission to be, act, or feel this new way. Ooh, what does that look like? That looks a lot like CTFAR, huh? We have like a little bit more clear of a way to do that. Okay, that's really good advice. Once you do it, repeat that turnaround statement to yourself every day for as long as you must in order to change your self-limiting thinking. For example, let's say you would like to learn a foreign language or to improve your career or better enjoy vacation, but you don't think you can do it. Once you've identified that belief, define how not learning that language is limiting you. Then describe what it will be like when you learn that language. How will it make you feel? What will it enable you to do? What might it do for your career? Then write an empowering statement that affirms your ability to learn the language, outlines the realistic process you will use to learn it, and describes how you will be impacted by this growth. Remember, in the end, it isn't what you are that holds you back, it's what you think you're not. Ooh, that's a good one. I feel like I need to read that again. Remember, in the end, it isn't what you are that holds you back, it's what you think you're not. Add value to others. Number 4. Because people with low self-esteem often see themselves as inadequate or feel like victims, which often starts because they actually have been victimized in their past, they focus inordinately on themselves. They can become self-protective and selfish because they feel that they have to be to survive. Ooh, that's kind of deep. If that is true of you, then you can combat those feelings by serving others and working to add value to them, making a difference, even a small one, in the lives of other people lifts one's self-esteem. It's hard to feel bad about yourself when you're doing something good for someone else. In addition to that, adding value to others makes them value you more. It creates a cycle of positive feeling from one person to another. I feel like that's why when we're reaching out to people, like it's not just about us. Like, here, let me tell you about Plexus. Like, that's why we have to ask them questions. Like, make sure they know that we love them, be interested in what they're doing. You know, trust us more. Number 5, do the right thing, even if it's the hard thing. One of the best ways to build self-esteem is to do what's right. It gives a strong sense of satisfaction. And what happens whenever you don't do the right thing? Either you feel guilt, which makes you feel bad about yourself, or you lie to yourself to try to convince yourself that your actions weren't wrong or weren't that important. That does harm to you as a person and to your self-esteem. Being true to yourself and your values is a tremendous self-esteem builder. Every time you take action that builds your character, you become stronger as a person. The harder the task, the greater the character builder. You can actually act yourself into feeling good about yourself because positive character expands into every area of your life, giving you confidence and positive feelings about everything you do. Anybody else want to read?
Okay. Number 6. Practice a small discipline daily in a specific area of your life. When I began my career as a minister, one of the things I did was work a little bit every day on my Sunday sermon. As I talked to my peers, I found out that this was not the way most people in my position did things. Most of my colleagues started the preparation on Friday. I couldn't understand why they would do it that way. It was like facing a mountain, overwhelming. However, I found that if I chipped away all week, by the time Friday came, I was confident that I could complete the task. If there is an area of your life that seems overwhelming to you, health, work, family, or something else, try chipping away at it a little bit every day instead of trying to tackle it all at once. Since your self-worth is based upon the positive habits, actions, and decisions you practice every day, why not build your self-esteem and tackle your biggest problems at the same time? Don't fret or worry about it. Do something specific about it. Discipline is a morale builder. Boost yours by taking small steps that will take you in a positive direction.
That sounds
Number
familiar.
7. Yeah, actually, I really like the 10-minute walks after meals that the trainer and the other group is telling us to do.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I can take 10 minutes to walk,
Yeah.
but I have a harder time finding half an hour to an hour to do a long workout or exercise. So that's what that feels like to me, is chipping away a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, in our business, like instead of waiting till the end of the month or even the last 2 weeks of the month, we can start at the beginning of the month and just like do our business every day, and then it won't be as scary, you know?
Yes. Number 7, celebrate small victories. This next suggestion is really a follow-up to the previous ones. When you do the right thing or you take the right step in the right direction, what is the emotional response? What kind of things do you tell yourself? Are your thoughts like these? Well, it's about time. I didn't do as much as I should have. That won't make a difference. It's hopeless. I'll never succeed. Or are they more like these? It's good that I did that. I did the right thing. Good for me. Every little bit helps. I'm that much closer to success. I definitely used to be the first set, and I think I'm getting better at being more like the second.
Yeah, me too. It's like I always looked at the negative part, like, oh, I didn't get this done. I didn't get this. Yeah, we got to celebrate the wins.
Yeah, important. Okay. If your thinking runs more like the first list, then you need to change your thinking. I have to admit, I have no trouble celebrating small victories. Then again, I have no trouble celebrating big victories either. I just love celebrating. You should too. Taking a break to celebrate is good for you. If nothing is ever good enough, you can lose heart. Celebrating encourages you. It helps you, inspire you to keep going. Don't underestimate its power. Number 8, embrace a positive vision for your life based on what you value. When Reese Witherspoon won the 2006 Oscar for Best Actress for her portrayal of June Carter Cash in Walk the Line, she quoted June Carter Cash saying, "People used to ask June how she was doing, and she would say, 'I'm just trying to matter.' I know what she means." We all want our lives to matter. That's hard to do when we don't believe we matter. If you have a positive vision for your life and you take action to fulfill that vision, then you will more readily recognize that your life matters. For example, Johnetta McSwain loved and valued her children, and she had a positive vision for them, one where they prospered and broke the cycle of violence perpetuated by the men in her family. Because of that, she took action to fulfill that vision. What do you value? What prompts you to see a positive vision for your life? If you don't have a vision, you are likely to be apathetic. However, if you tap into what you value and try to see what could be, it can inspire you to take action, positive action. And every positive action you take helps you believe in yourself, which in turn helps you to take more positive action. Hold on, I'm highlighting that. Number 9, practice the one-word strategy. A couple years ago, I read a book by Kevin Hall called Aspire, which really inspired me. So much so that I wanted to meet the author, whom I found to be a delightful person. One of my favorite passages in the book communicates something Kevin does to help people grow. The first thing I do when I'm coaching someone who aspires to stretch, grow, and go higher in life is to have that person select the one word that describes him or her. Once that person does that, it's as if he or she has turned a page in a book and highlighted one word. Instead of seeing 300 different words on the page, the person's attention and intention is focused immediately on that single word and that single gift. What the individual focuses on expands.
All right, let's stop right there. That's so true, though. Like the High Performance Habits books, it's like it has you pick 3 words, and so like I've been focusing on that for like 6 months. My 3 words are bold, intentional, and determined, and I feel like I really truly have become more of those 3 words, and
Mhm.
like I don't have to worry about any other words. Like I just do those, you know. It's pretty cool. So much good stuff today. Oh my gosh. I just want to like highlight the whole book.